drive the getaway car as backup for the road police. Excessive speed like this was the cause of 111 deaths on New Zealand roads last year. But this driver doesn't seem to care what danger he poses to himself or to others. Look at him.
Yeah, it's weaving through traffic, BD. Still London Road inbound towards Preston.
Police cars back off, knowing that the chopper will keep them in touch with the fleeing driver, a tactic that's now often taken by police. Even with no police cars in his mirror, the thief still drives at excessive speeds.
The opposing carriageway, the dual carriageway, is still northbound towards Preston.
He then heads off-road, looking for a good place to stop and decamp. But he changes his mind and then he swerves back into the heavy traffic.
Stand by. It's regained the carriageway, haven't briefly left it.
With the chopper back in place, the cop cars back off.
The patrols to pull back and will take over the commentary.
With one blown tyre and the cop cars out of sight, the thieves get ready to do a runner, sideswiping a car that gets in their way.
Yes, an RTA, the junction is abandoned. Patrols, we've got the driver. The driver's turned. Is continuing down London Road.
They're out of the car in a flash, legging it down the street, but the cops are waiting. The driver is nicked within seconds. The thief was sentenced to 12 months in jail and disqualified from driving for a further 12 months. And his associate, well, he was jailed for 6.
The dog ate my homework. We've all heard excuses, but spare a thought for our road policing team, for whom lame excuses are just a part of their daily job.
Thank you, Greg. Out on the local beat with Constable Mash and...
Just had this vehicle, no passes. It's got no front bumper on. The registration numbers displayed in the front windscreen, so just got a quick chat to him. I just noticed you've got no front bumper on the vehicle. Alright, how long ago did that happen? What's actually wrong with the bumper? Are you able to get it back on?
Yep, there's screws down here. I'm just going to home.
I'm just going to run a quick check on you. The bumper's at home, is it?
Yeah, no, it's just at home.
He's got no front bumper on his vehicle, and the registration marks displayed in his windscreen, which is illegal. The bumper, he says, come off in an accident. He pulled off a couple of days ago. The problem we've got with that is if he was to hit a pedestrian with no front bumper on, there's a good chance that the pedestrian will be pulled underneath the car as opposed to being thrown up onto the bonnet, which obviously chance of survival is a lot lower. I'll make a note on the system, so if he hasn't got it fixed in the next couple of days, then next time we'll get a ticket for it.
Which means it's this pizza delivery guy's lucky day.
There you go, sir. Okay, look, it would be normally a $150 fine for no front bumper and $200 for not displaying your number plate. Yes, $350. I'll give you a warning on this occasion because I believe you're going to get it fixed. Yeah?
Yeah, that's a relief, all right.
I just got paid today, so I was willing to do it, but it took me to the movement.
So you need to get it fixed as soon as possible.
That's okay.
So the moral of the story is...
Don't drive without a bumper.
And the final word is...
My pizzas, they're awesome.
Later that evening, Constable Mash spots a vehicle slip through a red line.
Slip through a red line? Do you know what you did wrong then?
Yeah, well, there's no chance of...
Doesn't matter. It's still a red light, yeah? If it's red, it means stop. A red light's a red light. You have to stop. He lives locally, so chances are he probably does that sort of thing all the time.
I took a red arrow, bro, and it didn't pay off. $150 fine. Don't do it.
And when a crash can happen at any time, why increase your chances? Which is why each week we show you some of our worst local driving and we put Greg Murphy into crash situations, so if you find yourself submerged in a river or a lake or even a swimming pool, this is what you do.
We are back at our test pool to check out the new advice on what to do if you find yourself trapped in a submerged car. So the well-known tale of letting the car fill up with water and then getting out didn't work so well for me. Last time, I ran out of air well before the pressure in the car equalised with the outside water. And consequently, I had to be rescued by the safety divers. So this time I'm going to try the new advice and attempt to get out of the car straight away, and hopefully avoid having to be rescued by my mates in the diving suits back there again. Take 2 in the Skatey Skoda. Right in the water again. Should get my seatbelt under this time. Once that starts to go down, it goes really fast, fills up with water very quickly. I'll try open the door. And then even when I started to push the door open, and it really started to dive with that extra water coming in. Well, after all that, I think it's pretty clear that if you end up in the water in your car, get out of it as fast as you can. I've had enough of this pool. I'm going home for a lie down. Good night.
It's as small as a submachine gun, but packs the firepower of an assault rifle. And I check out the F-22 Raptor. This fighter is as stealthy as it is deadly. They'll never see it coming. And who needs doors when you've got the latest device that can smash through walls? I'm Richard Macklitz. I spent 10 years with the Navy SEALs, and I'm on a journey to seek out the world's most powerful weapons. Weapons that leave the enemy no escape.
In a combat situation, having the right weapon at the right time can make all the difference in defeating the enemy, especially if they're wearing body armor.
For sheer stopping power, the normal weapon of choice is the assault rifle. This is what the M16 assault rifle can do to a piece of body armor. Their small but high velocity rounds can do serious damage.
The round went all the way through. That's definitely not something you're going to be happy about when you're wearing this piece of body armor. That's the advantage of shooting a high-speed round like the 5.56.
These rounds are effective at ranges up to 500 yards. But for close-quarter combat situations like room clearance, you want a smaller weapon that's easy to handle in confined areas.
Now what we've got here is an MP5. In tight quarters, and you want to deliver good firepower, the MP5 is the weapon that most people count on.
The limitation with these weapons is that they only fire the 9mm pistol round. They just don't have the speed to defeat standard body armor.
There's definitely no penetration. And I'll tell you, that's a scary scenario. You shot a guy in the chest, you think you dropped him. He's awake, he's ready to fire back. It's the worst case scenario. So, what's needed is the close quarter combat capability of an MP5 with the power and the bang and the punch of a high caliber bullet.
Meet the weapon that claims to do just that, the MP7A1. It's the latest in personal defense weapons, or PDWs. I've come to Loudon, Virginia to find out more for myself. It's designed to have the firepower of an assault rifle, but is as compact as a submachine gun. Bruce Davison consulted on the design of the MP7.
MP7 was designed to be able to do things that pistols can't do. The problem is when you get into certain situations and you have to rely on your secondary weapon or you want to have something more concealable, you've got something here that can do a lot more than a pistol can.
The MP7 is a gas-operated multi-role weapon. It's light and compact, weighing just over 4 pounds, loaded with 20 rounds. It has a retractable buttstock so you can change the length from assault rifle to submachine gun. It can be shoulder fired like a rifle or held out in front like a pistol. It's designed to fire the 4.6 millimeter round. This is special high-velocity ammunition which carries the penetrating power of a rifle round.
It's actually more of a small rifle caliber cartridge than it is a pistol cartridge.
Okay, what advantage do you get with that?
Well, you get extended range, you get extended penetration capability.
The claim that it can penetrate like an assault rifle is what sets the MP7 apart from other small arms. If it's true, this is a major breakthrough in modern combat. I have to find out for myself. Still to come. I get nose to nose with the Raptor, the jet fighter that commands the skies.
We've changed the face of aviation with this airplane.
And when the enemy won't answer the door, go through the wall.